What's up, guys? It's your boy Nathan. We're back with another watch along. Watch along, the check in show. My God, I'm so used to saying that. I'll never get not used to saying that. Hey, Vishal. Vishal's here. He's like, nervous about tomorrow night. Wait, today? Day after night, technically. Don't think you need to be nervous, honestly, Rhythm. Vishal. Hello, Rhythm. Hello, Aryan. What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the check in show. Still, technically, should have done the check in tomorrow, but I didn't want to. Parso, yeah, day after tomorrow. Okay, it's 1:30 in the night. It's basically about 30 hours from now. But yeah, technically it is day after. Um, I don't think you need to worry about it, quite honestly. I don't know why. Pretty confident, but it's Anfield. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't know. They beat us. See, Vishal, I could give you a really good answer, but then that I don't want to give you any false hope. But I will only say this: they beat Aston Villa, who before this was on a 5 match win streak in the league, but they actually lost the last match, Go Ahead Eagles. So they lost the match at Go Ahead Eagles, and I believe the next game they played was, could be wrong, but I believe the next game they did play was Liverpool. So technically they already lost. So I was very shaky about Arsenal because they lost four, and I think they drew one in the first five. And then they went on the win streak, and then they lost again, and then they lost again, I believe. Let me just check. Liverpool. Oh, wait, where is it? Match. Aston Villa. They beat City. So sorry, never mind. They beat City, and then they played you. Fair enough. So lost to Go Ahead Eagles, beat Man City, lost to Liverpool. I don't know, man. Besides, it was 0-0 for a long time too. I don't know. Unai Emery is a very confused fellow here. I don't know what to make of his. I honestly do not know what to make of him in general. Sometimes he'll pull off some crazy results, and then the other times it's just lackluster. Hey Shanks, we need to start with discussions of what is wrong with our legends: Neville, Shasko, Scholes, Delict, Keane, Bruno. Why are they adding extra pressure on our players? They still players. They can't be like Schmeichel, Beckham. Well, bro, when it comes to Keane, I'm very disappointed because Keane used to dig out De Gea. And I don't think I need to tell you people how much I love De Gea. And he was doing it at a time when he was the player of the season, like 3 seasons in a row. And he would still dig out De Gea. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that. And he would talk about how Rashford is good, and then then he stopped doing that because he eventually didn't like it, and to the point where Paul Scholes even talked about it eventually. Now no, you don't hear anyone. And you notice one thing, bro. I always wanted to ask. I don't know if I've asked you guys or honestly you have told me, but just think back to your memory, okay? He used to complain about De Gea all the time, bro, all the time. As soon as De Gea left and Onana started making mistakes, you notice he never ever took Onana's name. He would only say the keeper, the keeper, the keeper. You notice? You notice he never once came out and said anything about Onana because what can you say? The downgrade was visible. You can't say anything. You can't defend it. That's the problem. I think it's cheeky 2-1 Madrid. I think actually it's going to be more. Are you doing live stream for tomorrow's UCL matches? So Rhythm, the plan is to technically still do Liverpool, Real Madrid, but we will be keeping an eye on Bayern PSG. Unfortunately, they're both on the same day. And everyone has been telling me to do the Clasico. I couldn't do the Clasico physically, so I said we'll do this instead. So yeah, that's the plan. The thumbnail's actually also ready, so that is the plan. Yes, don't want Ten Hag to manage Wolves. He'll be a pain in the ass. Honestly, dude, as long as he's not our problem, it doesn't matter anymore. Honestly, nothing to fear. We have Khatarnak attack. Only concern is the crosses. We only lost one game this year, and that was against Atletico Madrid. They scored headers and our defense isn't too physical aerially. Mm. Hello, clueless noob. It's been a while. Let's go for Bayern PSG. It's a wonderful. Well, I'll be live, so we'll be watching them both, Aryan. So that's not a issue like that. I was just, we can definitely do them side by side, no problem. But yeah, so that is there. Gary Neville's statement pissed me off, to be honest. Sesko a young lad coming from Bundesliga. It isn't his fault. We paid him 80 million with no balls, calling out Isaac Wirtz and Kirk has called them out too. But bro, this is the same thing that can be said about Haaland. And then after 2 seasons, we were, I'm not saying you, of course. Maybe you felt differently, but after 2 seasons, Rasmus was at 20 years old leading the lineup of United, where he doesn't get fed at all any balls, behind the defensive line. And after 2 seasons, we complained about him. And this might sound really funny, bro, but I don't think Sheshko is going to score 16 goals. So what does that mean? If Rasmus scored more goals than him in the first season, and everyone is saying that Sheshko is way better than Rasmus, at the end of the season, it's going to get really ugly. Next match is for, I think you should play Mount and Amram will play Dalo. Yeah, I think Amram has no choice but to play Dalo Aryan. There is no option. I'm telling you, Dogu is not as people keep saying Dogu, Dogu, Dogu. He's not going to cut it. That's just the truth. Jamie na bigad diya hai Gary ko. Next match is Spurs. He should play Mount and he should bench Sesko. I agree, man. We need someone to drop deep. Towards the end, even Mount became Cunha became extremely ineffective in the game. It was tough. Yesterday, I heard that Scholes is retiring from pundit role, take care of his autistic son. Someone commented, "Oh, Neville needs Scholes' attention." That's rough. That's. I know it's meant as a joke, but yeah, I saw parts of that interview, man. I felt bad for Scholesy. I did feel bad for Scholesy because you know when we get old enough and have kids, we'll understand it. Now we won't, but he said what's going to happen to me when I'm not what's going to happen to him when I'm not alive, and yeah, that was tough. I didn't know his child was autistic. I found out recently. That's tough. Thoughts on Bayern PSG? Where is David James? Yeah, honestly, I think Bayern are on a solid roll. Yeah, PSG is coming off just a 1-0 win the other day. And Harry Kane is scoring 3 goals sometimes in halftime. It's going to be a very tough game, I think. David. I think it's going to be tough. I slightly favor Bayern Munich though, which is weird because normally people would just favor the defending champions. But I feel like Bayern Munich is doing well this year. But we will see. It's going to be the first big match in the European Champions League, so we're going to see. Yeah, we're going to see how well they perform. They aren't playing in the Bundesliga this week, this midweek. So let's see what happens. You know what I mean? They're not going to play that level. If you're coming for the heads of players of your own club, call out other clubs, man. Like Carragher at the balls, call out Kasky. Football has left him the player who hasn't won shite for Liverpool. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair. Yeah. In Italy, even Shashko can score 25. It's technical, not physical like Pierre. No, but but I'm not talking about in Italy, Vishal. I'm talking about Rasmus scored 16 goals in his first season at United. If Shashko can't score 16 goals in his first season in United, is he better than Rasmus? Because Rasmus had to lead the line at 20 years old, bro. There's no player. There is no player in no top five team, no, that is leading the line at 20 years old. But at Manchester United, we have a striker who's 20 and has no backup. See, you don't have to rate the player, but you have to give the context, Vishal. 20 years old. It's like me telling you Gonzalo Garcia is going to play the whole season, dude. You're not going to be that confident, and you're not going to get that many goals. That's the equivalent. And Gonzalo Garcia does not have a replacement, does not have a substitute. That is what Rasmus Højlund had to deal with. It's a real tough situation. I feel very bad for Rasmus. That's why I'm so happy he's doing well, dude. because he got towards the second season, Vishal, he got solid abuse. Yeah. He got so much abuse, and you know what? He was a professional player. He was a good player. It seemed like he was a good guy. Head on his shoulders. Um, I just hope he does well, man. I'm so happy he's there. I'm so happy he's there with McTominay. I hope they do well, yeah. And we will root for them here on this end. I like to root for players who have been good servants to the club. Have been very professional. So I'm very very happy for him. If the deal is made permanent, hopefully Napoli has to still have the money to make it permanent. If the deal's permanent, I'll be very very happy for. Very very happy. Um, who's joining? I've actually asked nobody today, Jugal, because I start a little early because a lot of the bigger streamers start later. So then it becomes a bit of a mix, and a lot of the guys are not come back from work yet, so it's not really possible. But we'll obviously try to do chill streams next week. That is much more easier to handle bringing on guests. But the way Ugarte signing is fuming me. He should be playing better, but he's not even starting. Kobe Mainoo's not used. Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't really know how to answer this midfield issue, Aryan. To be honest, but I only know one thing, man. Kobe Mainoo's moving in slow motion, and it's not good. It's really not good. I don't know how he's that slow at so young, man. It's really tough to explain. Draw, I guess. For PSG Bayern, I'm favoring Bayern, to be honest, slightly. Reports are saying Thomas Frank is losing the dressing room of Spurs and players don't believe and hate his playing style. You saw the video the other day where Jet Spence and Mickey Van der Ven walked past him. Let's see how he handles them now. Let's see. It will be a tactical game for sure. 3-2 Bayern. Ooh, okay. Okay. But if the big units from PSG miss, then it's Bayern. Bro, Harry Kane just needs to show up, man. Harry Kane is, no matter what you want to say, Spursy, this, see, that, if he shows up, it's going to be a long night, bro. I favor PSG if the whole squad is fit. Fair enough. Mia-san, GGMU. I still don't know what Mia-san Mia means because Mia is a name of like a person. Mia-san Mia doesn't even sound German. I'm so confused at what that means. Would you take Upamecano of Bayern? His contract only has 1 year. It depends what his recent injury history is, Aryan, because we already got injured centre backs. But I definitely wouldn't mind him. But I have a feeling we are going for younger profile players. So yeah, Rasmus was unlucky. He was, man. I'm just happy he's comfortable at Napoli. That's all you can do. You can only wish the best for players who have been professional in your club, and I really do wish him the best. And the fact that he scored on debut made me really, really happy. I was so happy for him. And the goal he scored when Spinazzola released him is exactly the comps we saw before buying him, and never did it for him at all. Go see that goal again. I forgot against which team, Jugal. I believe it is his first or second goal. Spinazzola releases him. That is, if you see his comps before he joined United, no, that's what he was known for. Off the ball running behind the lines. Spinazzola releases him, goal. Because I was very, very happy with him. Very, very. I hated him, but now I realize, yeah, Jogal, sometimes you realize when it's too late, bro. That is why no one can tell me anything about the hair, you know, because I feel sometimes we do that. We do that. But it is what it is, man. We can't, we have to also move on and we have to do our best with what we have. Oh, I thought 16 in Italy. No, 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 Vishal. 16 in his first season at United. He actually scored the same amount of goals Ronaldo did in Ronaldo's first season at United, I believe. No, no, that's not true. Sorry. Ronaldo scored 16 league goals. Rasmus got total 16 goals. That's not right. Are you going to do a UCL watch along? Yeah, Liverpool, Real Madrid, David James. The stream schedules on the community post. Those are all the games you're doing this week. Gonzalo Garcia. No, wait. Gonzalo Garcia. There we go. Heard next year Kane has a release clause. That's a steal. Looking at the striker market currently, that's pennies compared to what average strikers went for. That is true, bro. But the point is, are we going to use him to his strengths? Because I don't want another Rasmus, dude. If we are going to chalk up that money, we have to play the way that suits him. If we're not going to play the way that suits Harry Kane, I know it's a team sport, this, that, and the other. But if we are not going to play in a way that can benefit Harry Kane, then I don't think we should get him at all. It doesn't matter what quality he is, it doesn't matter how good he is. Just don't get him because you're just wasting talent. And he's coming back to score goals, dude. He's trying to get closer to that record. If you're not going to play him, if you're not going to play him, leave it. Just leave him be, let him enjoy Bayern and let him decide what he wants as a free agent after that. Thoughts on your right side going to AFCON? It's a little more complicated than that, Vishal. So Cameroon still has to kind of qualify in the upcoming November break. If Cameroon doesn't win all their games or something, they are automatically not there. Mazraoui anyway does not play. He played his first game yesterday. That too, he came on as a sub. Ahmad's going to be the problem. Ahmad's going to be the problem because first Cameroon have to qualify for Mbuemo to go. Ahmad, I think, is going no matter what. I think Ivory Coast have. So they will be going for the actual AFCON tournament. Cameroon has some work to do, and Morocco, I think, is also qualified. But the thing is, we don't really use Mazraoui at the moment. So Mazraoui won't be much of a loss. Plus, Martinez is coming back. By the time Mazraoui goes, Martinez should be fit and ready to play regularly for us. The other issue is the only problem will be Dallo. We are gonna Diallo, because then we are going to have to play Dallo and Dogu, and I think we are going to get hammered from both ends. It's going to be tough. That's going to be a problem. Ahmad's going to be the real miss. United fans always need a player crush for the club's field. Now it's Dallo. After Dallo, it'll be someone. Yeah, Jugal. That's how it's going to be. Unless we are winning and we are winning things, it's going to be like that. You have to just deal with it. By the way, guys, do drop a like and please do share the video, guys. I know there's a low amount of watchers, but share it. It really helps. Share and like, please. It is a little early to do live streams, but I have to because everyone starts later, and then obviously it's impossible. Everyone being live at the same time will not help the channel, so I have to try and do it a little bit earlier at least. I know it inconveniences you guys because some of you guys work, some of you guys study and stuff, but I have to try things to see what works for the channel. But yeah, thank you for being here and thank you for liking and sharing the video. Xerxes and why am I? You know what? I am on this. I am on this, and I'm not highlighting it. I'm looking at my YouTube studio for whatever reason. Where are we? Where are we? Let me highlight it here. I answered that. Xerxes and Menu said you'll get game time when AFCON comes. You need to give them time, to be honest, because if they play like the way they played against Brighton, got to ship both the asses. I agree, bro. I agree. But I'm telling you right now, dude, if if Xerxes is going to replace Cunha, you might as well sell him right now because Xerxes is, if he wants quick 10, Xerxes is not one of them. It doesn't really matter giving them a chance or not. Kobe Menu, different story. But Xerxes, you definitely got to sell if you're going to play him as a 10 because he's nowhere as quick as any of the 10s we have. I think he's, you know what? This might be controversial. I honestly think he's slower than Bruno Fernandes. I honestly think he's slower than Bruno Fernandes. That's how slow I think he is. Hey Dhruv, Mia Mia means we are who we are. That's interesting. But is that German? Interesting. Mbemo will come back soon because the nation's goalkeeper is Onana. My God. Can you imagine if Onana does us a solid? It might be the only time I have nice things to say about him. Still, Hoyland just won't work out for us. I've seen him like he wasn't physical enough for PL. I remember when he had the ball, he would just get bullied off. Listen, yeah, it's done, bro. I get it, but I still feel sorry for the kid because he shouldn't have had to lead the line at 20 years old. That was actually my point. My point was not whether he would have scored 20, 30 goals. I don't think at 20 years old he should have had to lead the line. He is leading the line at Manchester United, 2 years younger than Sheshko is. If you think Sheshko is young, right, and needs experience, just put it in that perspective. Hoyland was leading the line 2 years ago with zero replacement. Because Sheshko and Hoyland are actually the same age. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but yeah. So Hoyland was leading the lineup before his 21st birthday. and there's nobody in the top five leagues in any team that has a 20-year-old leading the lineup. It doesn't. I don't even think even in a bad team, I don't think there's a 20-year-old leading a lineup. Forget the top teams. But yeah, need to go all out for midfielders in the coming windows. I agree. We're going to start the check-ins shortly, guys. We're just getting through some of these points before we start. I'm not saying he was getting a lot of service. It was our fault too, but it wasn't like Rasmus was helping himself anyway too. Not gonna lie, love the lad, but it wasn't just the fit we wanted. Fair. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, that could all be very true. That's I'm just happy that he's doing well, and I hope he does well. Yeah, it means we how we are. What's up, J Yusuf fans? Madrid fans are cocky as usual for the Anfield visit. Would love to beat them, man. Trent plus this Ada Guler stuff. They're just little wannabes. Oh, LJ. Gonna be tough. Already scored 16 goals, and but that's what I'm trying to say. Like Jugal, the second season is when he got under real fire. A lot of it was individual moments, Jugal, to be honest. If you see his comps, his United comps, you'll notice that a lot of it is individually related. He didn't score from like crosses and stuff. He scored from, how the ball bounces around, like how we conceded our second goal. When the ball bounces around, it gets through people and you get shots on goal. Kind of like that. At least 5 out of his 16 goals were like that, at least. Would you prefer to play Shaw Martinez at left back or at centre back? I would prefer to play Martinez at centre back because the only time I believe he played left back is for Ajax. And to be absolutely frank with you, David James, that don't count. That's not me trying to be rude. I'm just being honest. What happened in the second season? How many goals did he? I think he had like he didn't even go double figures, Jugal. I think he was maybe 8 goals. It was bad. It wasn't great, man. I think sorry, bro was asking. I think he had like 7, 8 goals. It was bad, man, and he was getting a lot of abuse. So I'm actually really happy he's gone. To be honest, nothing is sure in sports. Yep, we should have gotten rid of Xerxes rather than Hoyland. Yeah, I feel that way too, Dhruv. But the problem is, actually, I don't know what the problem is. Amarim apparently really likes Xerxes but doesn't play him. So I don't really know how to answer that. I agree with you. I just don't have an answer for that, to be honest. I feel like Max will beat Xerxes in a sprint. My God, don't make me feel even sadder, Dhruv. Please. Xerxes' IQ makes up for his lack of speed. Siddhant, you are right and you are wrong. And the reason you are wrong is because Amarim himself said he wanted quick tens. So what you're saying makes sense, like from a technical point of view, that is true, except for the fact that Amarim has come out and said he wants quick tens in his formation. So that's what I mean by you're wrong. It doesn't make sense in whatever his setup is. If that makes sense, Siddharth. Him being 20 years old doesn't change the fact he can't control a effing ball, man. Well, Siddhant, I'm. You know what? That's a great point. Sheshko couldn't control a pass that went straight to him from Shaw in the middle of the pitch. Didn't have a good touch when Mbemo beat the last man and it came right to his foot. And if you think that is one game, he did that at the Liverpool game when he was supposed to hold up the ball and pass it. He kept giving it back to Liverpool players. Um, Listen, Siddhant, I'm not bashing Sheshko. I am just pointing out. You know what I'm pointing out, Siddhant? I'm pointing out a little bit of hypocrisy. That's it. I like Sheshko. I hope he does well. I'm okay with Rasmus leaving. I hope he does well. But you have to also point out the same things that people complained about Rasmus is the same thing Sheshko is doing. I think that is fair. But I hear you. I hear you. There's no right, there's no wrong answer. It's just an observation, of course. It is German, however, the only difference is more of a Bavarian dialect. Fair enough. That makes more sense now. Another thing about Xerxes is that he has good height but is poor aerially. That is a little funny, isn't it? He doesn't have hops, as they like to say. That is a little weird, for sure. Hala Madrid Mas. Finally, CM Punk is champion. Look, Aditya is just happy he doesn't have to see Jey Uso anymore. Liverpool fans become bechare ASAP. Their team starts to play shit after spending this much. Now they are like, we don't have any chance of winning anything. Listen, yeah, it's It's all game and banter, Vishal. Believe me, they'll be up for it in about 30 hours. All the fans are going to be up for it. It'll be a great game. It'll be a great game. I'm afraid for Sheshko too, man. Like the lad is trying to link up open spaces for Mbamon Cunha, aerially solid, but yeah, I've seen his shots either it's wide as F or right in the goalkeeper's hand. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. I don't like the fact that Gary Neville is saying it publicly like that. But yeah. I mean, I hope it works out, bro. We have spent so much money on strikers in the last 5 years. I really hope it works out. I don't want Sheshko to turn into the Kemira Bobo man. I remember ETH used to play for his defensive abilities, dark times. Not gonna, come on, guys. Come on. Be like Veggie. Yeah. Come on, bro. Don't do this. I love Veggie. Veggie would get into it. He would tackle people. He would do a little shithousery. Come on, man. Don't. You know what, bro? I'm going to make you respect Wout Weghorst. You know why? I'm going to give you a clue. Think about it, okay? Picture. Close your eyes. Picture it. Solly March. Solly March. Just think about that for a second. Come on, man. Put some respect on our guy Veggie, dude. He won his first cup with us. I'm so happy for him, bro. He was shattered. I've never seen a man cry that much, dude. It shows how much it meant to him, dude. It was mad. It was mad. That apparently that was his first cup, at least as a senior player. At that it was crazy. Kemira Bobo won us the Carabao Cup, dude, with a little bit of black magic, as I like to call it. Yesterday was watching the 99 UCL highlights after 85th minute. United was the madness. Sheringham, Ole, Cole, Neville, Irwin were running like mad dogs in box to score goals. Those times were very different rhythm. Those times were very different. Right now, Sheshko relies more on power rather than placement. Might improve later on. Of course, it will, dude. He's only 22 for sure. There's no doubt about that. He's super young. I like Hoyland, but I just gave up on him after the Wolves game. Anyway, hope he does it. Siddhant, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to follow these guys that well, man. It's okay. It's okay. You can give up on players. That's fine. I gave up on Onana 3 months into his tenure, and thank God it's live because I gave up on him in live TV. So no one can say, "Oh, you're saying it after he's gone." It's okay, yeah. It's okay. But I agree with you. I hope he does well for sure. How do you assess Thomas Frank as Chelsea manager? He too didn't handle the pressure at a big club. He's your favorite manager. I believe you mean Spurs. I think I think there is a learning curve, Aryan, that you cannot deny. I think Vincent Company had the same learning curve. I was telling Rhythm that yesterday when I told Rhythm I'm very happy for you, but I'm not happy about Company for obvious reasons. And I told him, he came to okay. Let me back it up a little bit, right? He came to Burnley. He thought he can play city football, and he got relegated. Let's if we are being honest, right? If we are being honest, we're being upfront. He thought he could do that and failed. Then we were like, man, he's so lucky he got the buy-in job. He's going to cook there. No, he has his creative players. They take charge of everything. There's a lot of experience on the table. It'll be easier for him. Lost to Leverkusen. But these are what I call learning curves. This learning curve is going to be one for Frank. Now we are going to see what he's made of. Because Spurs is a tough team to discuss, man. Because, I mean, to be fair, Mourinho couldn't deal with it. Conte couldn't deal with it. Like, managers better than Frank couldn't deal with it. So we are going to see how the learning curve of Thomas Frank. For sure. The way Jet Spence and Mickey Van der Ven walked past him, someone has brought it up here. Yeah, Siddhant's brought it up here. We're going to see how he deals with that. We're going to see how he deals with that. Yes, I saw the goal. God, don't be annoying. Yo, Luis Van Gaal. Gary Neville's a reason for morale down of our players every now and then. He got something to say. I mean, that's his job, to be fair, Jugal. I don't know what else. They are lining him up for him to say something. They're doing it on purpose. Sky is a very smart sports channel. As terrible as some of their pundits' takes are, they're very smart. Messi is better, boo, Weggy. Yeah, I forgot you. Did you watch? Oh God, you know what? I should probably not do the Madrid watch along just for my own, so I don't become sad during the watch along. I think United's on their way up, but don't harass Amarim if you feel secure top four, because if United get 5 or 6, then good job. So Nitin, if you're new to the channel, welcome. First of all, most importantly, nobody's harassing Amarim, Nitin, but things need to be called out in real time. You know, one thing I'll tell you, I don't like Nitin, and maybe you're different from me. Maybe you agree with me. I don't like we call out things after the fact. You know, like 6, 7, 8 months after the fact. It's pointless then. You have to call it out in real time, right? Because even if people think you're negative, you have to call it out in real time, because saying I told you so like 8 months later is pointless. It means nothing. Like that everyone can do that. So with your with what you're saying about harassing Amarim, Nitin, if you are new, I will also clarify something. I have done my Premier League game week predictions. If you feel like going back, you can go back, but I can just tell you it right now. It was at the time we were linked to Baleba, so I gave two predictions because I didn't know where it was going. I said with Baleba we'll finish fifth. Without Baleba we'll finish seventh. If he finishes in the top seven, you won't hear any complaints from me. However, on a game by game basis, if he does things that are not acceptable, you have to call it out. This is just my opinion. Maybe you disagree, which is fair, of course. The best scorer of all time for United, man, come on, yeah, it has to be Rooney, dude. I didn't see Bobby Charlton. Bobby Charlton played way more games than Rooney, to be fair, too. So it has to be Rooney. Come on. My guy, man. Vaza. You know, triangles up to the sky, dude. Titanic, punching bag. Come on, man. The vibes were immaculate back in the days. Terrible we've gotten older, sir, to be honest with you. Do you think Jimmy Garner will get a homecoming? Yes, Dhruv. Now we're talking. Bring back Jimmy. We're linked to him apparently in January, Dhruv. That's why when I believe you asked me the other day, what are we linked to? Jimmy Garner, possible free agent, might have to pay 5-10, maybe get him back. Unless we have a buyback clause on Jimmy. That's one thing that's not really confirmed, to be fair. And Ivan Toney, I don't know if he's not happy or not, but apparently he's available for loan in January. So those are the two options that I think are good deals. But apparently Amarim has come out, I don't know, yesterday or something, and says he doesn't want makeshift buys, which again annoys me because I'm like, bro, we are struggling here. Just get whatever you get because we don't have time for you to decide about a makeshift player or not when we have 60 million on the bench in Ugarte. If you're getting loan deals, take the loan deals. You know what I'm saying? Just take it. Tactics right now, I haven't seen a lot of Bayern games, so I don't want to comment on it, Rhythm. But as you know, we will be watching tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to it. Nowadays, Champions League is boring when United isn't there. Then Haram will pay for his sins one day, bro. Don't. You know what, Siddhant? I don't like saying this again and again and again. Or Suman will be actually a great proof of this. I think he was actually there when I used to do the streams. We were playing Wrexham in America, and I'm like, why he is so good? Send him on loan and bring him back. Went to loan on Preston, team of the season championship. Bought Malasia. Then Malasia and Shaw get injured. We bring on career injury prone Sergio Reguilon. Call him back in January, send him to Benfica. Bro, the reason why everyone is doing this thank you for Carreras thing no is because people know I've been saying it way before he signed for Real Madrid. Way before he played a game for Real Madrid, way before he played for Benfica, actually, if we want to go really factual. So that's what I'm angry about. But again, I'm happy he's doing well, man. If we don't treat our players right and they go somewhere else, good for them. That's how we have to learn our lessons sometimes. You know, also we should try and establish some contacts with Senesi. He's a free agent. Oh, Senesi would be great, dude. I mean, they had a terrible game yesterday, but that would be nice. My God, Bournemouth's losing all the centre backs. Huh? I don't know how they are. I don't know how they're doing so well in the league. 20 people are watching, guys. Do drop a like, please. It really, really helps the channel. Do share it as well if you can. It really helps the channel. We're on our way. Hopefully, we can hit 3K. It's a little ambitious, but maybe we can get 3K by the end of the year. That would be fantastic, actually. That would be more than great. ETH 3. Okay, I can't read that obviously, but you guys can. Perez going to pocket Salah. Come on, you'll be proud of him. Don't worry, take Mendy. I don't want Mendy, but I'll definitely be proud of him for sure. Can't believe a player who has 26 career goals trolling opposition. LOL. Wait. Whoa, I'm sorry. Who are we talking about? 26 career goals is trolling opposition. Hello. I need context, Suraj. Good evening, by the way. Malik or Jalao, please. How concerned are you of the forest results, Snail? You think any major issues or not just a oh, Snail, I guess you didn't see my review. I'm sure you don't get the notifications. Thank you, Google, by the way. Um, no, in fact, you can go watch it later. But basically, I'm not disappointed. The one thing I've been watching the last two post-match interviews of Eric Ten Hag. I'm not going to make it a habit. Don't worry. The one thing he said, there's one thing I again didn't agree with at all, and there was one thing that I did agree with at all. Did agree with, sorry, I should say. Um, the one thing I didn't agree with at all is he said I didn't make any attacking substitutions because I didn't want to slow the game down. I think it's because of what happened last week where we almost ended up drawing the game. Not an excuse though, because he could have brought on substitutions later on in the game, 85th, 86th minute, to try and take it at the end. So I completely don't agree with him in that. The one thing I do agree with him though was last year we would have lost that game. We wouldn't have drawn. And the boys showed fight. So yeah, I'm not that concerned, Snail. I think this week I'll be more concerned. Yeah. Boys Salah, yes, we do like it. Mine also was, however, in late. Uncle, his favorite was rude. Okay, your late uncle's favorite was yes, rude. It's like Lord Surya's criticism on United got jinxed. Thanks to the Lord, you're happy today because you are blessed. I'm not talking about mentioning there's Jude comeback thoughts. In a perfect world, Jude and Trent scoring would be great. I really would enjoy it, to be fair. Hey, Vivek, welcome to the channel. Manchester United need fast defenders. Maguire's fine, Delict's fine, but they are not fast. Attack is amazing. I agree, Vivek. I agree. I agree. We do need fast defenders, and we definitely need some fast double pivot players for sure. Nitin says, well, nice to watch your show. Really like your knowledge and it lightens my mood. I'm a City and Barca fan, or you can say a fan of Guardiola style. Best of luck to you. Thank you so much, Nitin. Thank you so much. And we do other watch alongs as well, dude. So we are just going to go through the game week actually. So I think I should start. We have already been live for 38 minutes. I do this a lot though. I engage with the channel before we start, but we are going to start soon. It is. I don't want to be here too long with you guys, but we'll start soon. I was nervous about Spurs game, and then I saw them play against Chelsea. Now I'm even more nervous because they push a lot in the midfield, and that is bad for us. And we've also lost 4 times to them last year. Don't forget that part. I remember, and you also remember I said you're not going to play him ever, and I was right. Yeah, you did say that, Suman, which is actually even more frustrating. Tips for game week 11. Do not triple up ever, irrespective of opposition, Mohammed. Do not pick too many Man City players. And don't be afraid to take cheap alternatives on your bench, but make sure they are regular starters. There you go. For the long term, that is. Was looking to a point, yes, we know. Neto trolling Spurs fan video. Okay, so sorry, Neto. Just, people should behave. That doesn't age well sometimes. By the way, this FPL week was nice, especially because I triple captain Haaland. I knew Bournemouth concede many goals. Yeah, I captained Mbeumo. I was never going to triple captain anyone anyway, but I captained Mbeumo. It is what it is. More suffering. People talk about Wharton, Anderson, Baliba, but this Scott guy in Bournemouth is good too. To be fair, that Scott guy was looking good yesterday, I have to say. Controls the mid single-handedly for them. Will you take him at United over PL unproven Stiller and pair with Anderson? See, it depends on how much money we have, Mystic. To be quite frank with you, I don't know how much they're going to charge for Scott. Some of the players we're looking for have release clauses, so that helps us. Some of them have relegation clauses, so that helps us. So I think it's going to depend on that. If Scott is a youngster and has many years on his contract, we are going to have to pay a lot of money for it. So it depends, I suppose. Siege tactics. I'm not hyping the channel because if it gets big, my position on the channel will not be as important. I'm a selfish guy. That's not true, dude. Everybody that's here forever is equally important. But yeah. By the way, your boy Dollar dropped an all-time stinker. I disagree, Siddhant. I thought his first half was really good. Someone commented on the reaction of the game. He said, "Okay, Dallo fell asleep on the second goal." And Siddhant, see, I'm going to be frank with you. I don't know if you have the time or the patience. I don't. You don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. But Savona came from behind Dallo, and Dallo was going to stick his leg out, but then he knows if he sticks his leg out and touches Savona, he's just going to dive. Even if he doesn't hit the ball, he's going to dive. So he pulled back, and I saw a clip where Goldbridge said Dallo missed a 50-50 with Savona. I'm like, how is it 50-50 when the guy is running from behind you? 50-50 is when you're shoulder to shoulder. And listen, man, I don't want to make an excuse for him, but if you just see where that ball came, also I know people are not going to mention it, but Euro and Delict double teamed and that ball kind of went down. They should have done better on the headers themselves. Um, yeah, no, it almost costed us the game, unfortunately. So you can't really do anything about that. Would you rather want Liverpool to win against Madrid or Man City? Honestly, Fox 99, I would rather let them beat Man City because if they beat Man City, they cancel each other out, and Arsenal's allowed to have a bigger lead, which means both of them are going to suffer. Hey, Vaibhav, new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining, Vaibhav. Appreciate it. Do tell us where you're watching from and who you support. The big question is which one of our mids will be on the chopping block this summer. At least two will be. So I don't think we're renewing Casemiro, dude, and I don't think we should even keep Ugarte. But the thing is, if Kobe Mainu doesn't want to, Kobe Mainu, if he doesn't sign a contract, he's gone too, right? So feel like now Spurs become an important game for us due to the Forest. By the way, Spurs really struggle to create chances. Yeah, something like 50, I guess. Don't meet Semenyo, get me Scott, Adrian Truffert for 100. Truffert, I mean, didn't look good in this game, but again, he's also been. They got him from France this season, actually. I think Sheshko will make a comeback in the Tottenham game. God, I'd hope so. But I'd start Mount first, Gaurav, because he helps fill in the midfield, to be honest. Johnson should be the striker. The guy scored 18 goals and he's benching him there. Hello, Rinesh. Trent not going to play by because the guy on profile is playing so good. Bro, I love Carvajal. Hot take, Vishal. I said it on Suraj and Jayan's channel too. I thought it shouldn't have been Rodri. It should have been Carvajal with for the Ballon d'Or. I'll happily stand on that one. I'm okay with that. Same number of PL goals as Nea Neto. Nathan, we will play the lineup that played against Barca. That's probably good then. Sunderland, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. Vivek's talking about the mistakes we made, I assume. Dallo made. Dogu looked better than Dallo. That's how bad he was. Yeah, but Snail, the problem with that is the last two games, Dogu looked worse than Dallo and he came on only for 20 minutes. So this is the problem we have, man. See, guys, I'm going to just be honest, right? I'm just going to just be honest with you guys. Honestly, it's not like I like Dallo, but it's more we don't have a choice. Which team qualifying for the? Oh, sorry, Vivek's asked me which teams qualifying for the Champions League. None of them, Vivek. But I think Bournemouth and Sunderland have a good chance to qualify for Europa League and Conference. You're such a rage beta, man. I'm not, dude. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just being honest. See, the thing is, Siddhant, right? Whether people agree with me or not, right? I will stay consistent. I'm not saying people don't stay consistent, but like I genuinely believe, I genuinely believe that we don't have anyone better. We just don't. I genuinely believe that if we had someone better, no, I'll be the first person in line, no, that says bench him. And then people will be like, oh my God, you love Dallo. Now you want him on the bench. Bro, we have nobody better. We just don't. Like people get so mad at that, but we actually don't have anyone better. And people will still get angry. I'm like, what do you want? What do you want? If we have no one, what do you want us to do? It's not like we have Lindelof who could play left back. No, if we had Lindelof, they would probably put Lindelof there if he had the choice. But we don't even have Lindelof, so it's weird. Yeah, it's a situation we are in sadly, and we have no choice. I would take him 50-55. I don't know. I would take him for 35-40 mistake. It sounds low, but I also want to see what else we're looking at. I don't want Stiller at all. Rob is simplest way to judge a player for Premier League, and Stiller is even slower than Bruno and Menu. I'm from Pune, now United fan. Pune. I always say Pune, but yeah. Welcome, welcome. Dogu is far better than Dallo. He was top class against Arsenal. Vivek, he was terrible in Brighton and Liverpool. Vivek. People in the, I swear, Vivek, I'm not even joking. I don't know if anyone's in the chat that can answer this. Answer for Vivek. Tag Vivek in it if you want. Right? They especially for the Liverpool and Brighton game, people were messaging on the chat here while we were doing the watch along saying, and I quote, Dallo is gone off, Dogu is come on, and we have gotten worse. Genuinely. This is not even me saying it. I'm sure there are people in the chat who said it. They will happily tag you and say that they said it. What's your opinion on Gary Neville against Sheshko? Clicks. Sheshko should put his head down and just keep on chugging. But he needs to improve his passing, bro. He needs to improve his passing and first touch. Whatever Gary Neville says is nonsense. Don't listen to him. But he still needs to improve for sure. Are you a secret Arsenal fan? No, Fox 99. I just rather not City and Liverpool win the league. You know, to be completely honest with you. All new people welcome to Sports. Yes, thank you very much. I know subs in the Forest game. Mount was on the bench. So the issue with that is he said he didn't want to stop the momentum of the game because the last time he did it, he almost drew against Brighton. He's kind of right, but it's also kind of negative, Gaurav. He should have at least brought them on really late into the game. But there's another theory that says that Mount could have been injured as well. So yeah, domestic travel plus Euro and already just with the league. Yeah, I mean they'll obviously count the Euros as well, Vishal. But yeah, Togu and Dallo are both bad, and Amanju is becoming upcoming Wolves managers. The enemy I hate. They're both bad. They are both bad. There's no doubt about it. Man of the match in the UCL final. Yeah. How bad was Saturday night's main event apart from Punk winning? It was not great. I genuinely don't mind missing Saturday night main event. For whatever reason, it doesn't seem to be good. Nightstand, I just watch for fun, but he talks about the midfield, but I see the option where, but I think, yeah, he is the best we have, Aditya. That's why I'm starting to get really annoyed with him now. I really am, and I just rather not watch. Shut up, dude. Grandpa Lindelof. I actually like Lindelof, Aditya. People don't like Lindelof. I actually do. Then Nathan, the club, we're getting and some. I'm sure the deal's gonna happen. Fingers crossed. Once I visited Goa from Haryana, I didn't saw you. Where were you, dude? Goa is surprisingly big. Just me. If it's the same cost, what will you cost? Scott or Stiller? I wouldn't mind taking a punt on Scott, dude. Plus, we need some English quota. Even no, we are getting rid of all our English players. We are going to have to fill the English quota somewhere. I wouldn't mind. Cross the bar, Ricard, you say Ahmad can cross. Ahmad can't cross, but Ahmad isn't crossing Snail. In fact, Snail, right? I said Ahmad can't suddenly cross. I did say that. You're right. Because last season I saw him crossing. Even when Ten Hag barely used him, I saw him crossing. But he's doing this thing where he turns in and he runs into the box now. He's not crossing with his right foot for whatever reason. I know he's lefty, but he did it for Sunderland. He did it at the beginning of his career in United, and suddenly he just stopped doing it. That's what I meant by Ahmad can't cross. He suddenly decided he can't cross now. That was very infuriating for me when especially during the Europa League final. No crosses, bro. No crosses. It was actually frustrating. But bro, if they start crossing, it's great. By the way, we are bottom half of the table for crosses into the box. By the way, Snail. So that is a sad fact that still exists. It's not all obviously on Ahmad, but it shows you how we are playing football. If not United, I hope Sunderland should win. No Liverpool, City, Arsenal would be crazy, man. Well, Sunderland winning would probably be better for everybody. That's true. Shashko control that Embermo. Yeah, exactly, Snail. It is what it is, man. His first touch needs to improve for sure. They'll lose the greatest ever dirty club. Go and someone will replace him with Anderson, probably. Which series are you watching? You know what? This is more chill stream discussion, Adil. But what I'm currently watching right now is what am I currently watching right now? I just watch whatever's on Netflix, to be honest with you, Adil. I watched Detective Zero. Detective Zero, it's a show in Scotland or something like that. It's actually a crazy show. Yeah, something like Detective Zero or something like it's called. It's based in Scotland. You had to solve a crime. It was fun. The whole season was based on I enjoyed it. I think it is Detective Q or Detective Zero, something like that. It's called. Stopping Anderson from going to Madrid, Liverpool City, if they put splash money, nothing is destroyed. It's a great point. No one's talking about it though. Wolves need to take Dallo and give us 50 million to lock Terrara. I really hope that if you already know we can't get two elite marquee CDMs in summer, just get me one Wharton or Anderson. Hopefully, they're looking into Scott rather than Stiller or Andre Santos. By the way, heard Anthony had a great game yesterday. Not a clue, Aditya. Let's start, shall we? Let's start the show, people. Let's start the show. Let me just see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Should we start Spurs? Wait, was that? That's not the first game. That was not the first game. The first game was obviously here. Oh, Brighton, Hove Albion, Leeds United. Welbeck won, Gomez brace. Man, I'll tell you something. I don't understand Brighton. Some days they show up for the game, and some days they're just absolutely missing. As you can see here, they had majority of the momentum of the game. Obviously, this spell here was tough. That was when they were 1-0 down, but they sorted it out, and then it was just a drubbing. I expected better from Leeds, to be fair. It was a 50-50 ball possession game, but look, as you can see, the XG3, they did score 3, 14 total shots, 3 big chances. I mean, you see, Mats Weaver, we did see the first goal because it was Super Saturday, so they were showing all the goals. The second half goals we did not see, obviously. Minte gets another assist there. 3-0, clean sweep at the Amex. It was a fantastic performance there for Brighton. Can you guys see it? Okay, you guys can see it. So there's that. And yeah, this is the one that was the real problem. So we have to sort out our midfield issue next summer, Adil. There's no other time. There's no midfield and wing back should be the next thing we do. I searched 10 out of 10 movies on YouTube and took the options from random shorts and watched Interstellar, Dark Knight, Shawshank Redemption, Fight Club. Wow, you went really far back in time. This game week discussion will hurt. I'll skip maybe. Not really, dude. I don't think it'll hurt, to be honest. Uh, FPL sucks so bad this week. I thought to make Saka captain before the start game week. I took a -4. Let me give you a recent example of our lack of midfield. In Forest game, when they defended, they were throwing bodies on the edge of their box with crazy intensity. We were not even able to do that. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna definitely need. We're definitely gonna need help. There's no doubt about it. So you go Turf Moor, Arsenal to Gyökeres and Rice. Rice, by the way, I think lost his aunt. I believe he got the goal and the assist. Declan Rice there. So that was a set piece FC, as they like to call. The first goal did come from a corner, to be fair, but yeah. See, Declan Rice obviously man of the match. As you can see, it was again the ball possession. Burnley did okay. 54-46 at Turf Moor is not bad. You can see that 2.4 to XG. They did score 2. 3 shots to 12 shots, 8 on target. 8 on target. 2 goals for Arsenal. 4 big chances created. As you can see, is here just red. Everything's red. 86% passing, 426 passes. Total shots in a block shots. I mean, they pretty much dominated this game, really, to be fair. You can see passes here 427 to 494, 348 to 426. In their own half, they did. My God, are you serious? No, that can't be. Mike, they did 244 passes in their own half. Can't even say anything. They're top of the league. Wednesday and Sunday play. I have Alderete and Xhaka to play. That's tonight. Tonight they're playing. Who's the better FPL pick, Voltemado or Welbeck? I have Mateta and Haaland. Welbeck probably because he's cheaper and you can put the money elsewhere. I think at the end of the season, Voltemado will have more goals. Though. I feel like the coming game week is the most difficult from FPL perspective because so many clashes of equals got a fair amount of Chelsea players. Seems fair. Fair assessment. Don't take that MF Chawal's name. And now he did score that free kick after a clash. Ever has to step up on that day only. Apparently, those are the only two free kicks he's ever scored, Vishal. So really bad luck. Must have don't he? I got rid of Timber to get him. Hopefully, he pays off. I think because of clean sheets and Defcon and assists being more for defenders, I think Timber would be better. But I think Rice probably will end up somehow having more points than him, but it won't be by much. I think you around the same amount of points you get to be fair. Matata again, year guard. No, without the year guard, the aura is still there. On 30th goal, 51st minute, Nathan Collins. Fortunately, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's the captain. Own goal there to cement another win to Crystal Palace. Let's see the stats, shall we? What do the stats say? That's crazy. 64% possession by Brentford. At Sellers, I just realized that Sellers Park, Brentford at 64% possession. No. 10 shots, 3 shots on target. 3 to 2 shots on target. Not bad. Nothing in between them, to be fair. 3 and 2 is right there. But 3 shots on target, 1 goal, 1 own goal. 392 passes. My God, man. How did Brentford end up losing this game? How did Brentford end up? Okay, yeah, that's why they ended up losing the game. 10 shots, 3 off target, 3 on target, 4 blocked, 1 hit the woodwork, 6 shots inside the box. And as you can see here, the passing was fully controlled here by Brentford. 493. Bro, Brentford actually played really well and they ended up still losing. How crazy is that? They actually look, even all the defensive stats are in their favors as well. They literally one own goal separated them really, and the Mateta goal obviously 3 yellow cards as well. More duels, one more ground duels, one. I mean, this is insane. They're a little unlucky to lose, to be honest. Brentford, they should have got something out of the game. Fulham, Wolverhampton Wanderers. I mean, I could say I'm surprised, guys, but I'm really, really not. I'm really not. We saw the red card because we were watching halftime our game as well. Agbadu gets sent off a stupid foul. Sassignon scores. He's back at Fulham. I think he won Player of the Season at Fulham when Fulham was in the Championship. We got the move to Spurs, and unfortunately, it didn't work out. So Ryan Sassignon back at Fulham scoring goals. Ari Wilson, apparently the goal was very good, and Mosquera an own goal. Quite a decent amount of own goals this week. Stats, not that it. I'm sure Wolverhampton just got dominated everywhere, didn't they? 63, 37, 19 shots. Oh my God, Wolves are terrible. Vito Pereira is sacked, by the way, because all you guys are talking about Ten Hag. Yep, they didn't win anything except defense. That's because they were on the back foot the whole game. Wow. Wow. Absolute domination, yeah. Well, we already discussed this, so we don't need to discuss this anymore. Nottingham Forest, Manchester United. I will take some chats in the meantime. In my opinion, Chelsea will finish below us. What do you think? I think it's quite possible. Is the Semenyo run over time to remove him? I still think he's the best chance of getting returns if you want a Bournemouth player. I have Ryan Gabriel already, so I had to take Timber for us. Makes sense. Makes sense. Wait, not speak to him? Oh, okay. That guy. Got it. Just joking. You can make fun of his banter's always good. Wait, what happened? Which name? That's how you feel when you say thank you? No, man. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Timber didn't give DEFCON. If he did, we wouldn't have removed him. No GA since the Leeds game week 2, so Rice felt like a good bet for more points. Plus, I think he is cheaper, right? So that's good. I'm also joking. Carreras is a starting word of chat for Nathan's chat. How many points did you scored this week? Oh God, I have to look at mine too. Please talk about Newcastle West Ham. Felt like a miracle, didn't it? We will get there. We will get there. Give me a second. Someone asked what were the points, right? So I'm just having a look now. It's a great question. The moment I captained Mbemo, I decided to not look because it didn't make sense for me this week. Uh, God, I hope it's decent at least. It's not going to be decent. It's not going to be decent. I know it. I don't know, guys. Is this decent or not? You guys tell me. I got 50. Is 50 decent? And I have Mukiele. Unless he scores a hat trick, I'm going to do badly this week. I don't know. When is Liverpool versus Madrid? Wednesday, 1:30 a.m. Shaunak. In about 24 hours, 28 hours to be exact. 29 hours to be exact. Day after, Wednesday. Reece James, good replacement for Timber. I mean, you're always going to have to hope that he doesn't get injured, man. So that's the risk you have to take, Mystic, if you don't mind. But yeah, we discussed the United Forest game. We don't have to do that. Liverpool, Aston Villa, man. The one time you think Unai Emery is going to do us a solid. That good evening merchant. No, 50 is below. No, it's below average, but actually thought I did worse. I think the average is 61, right? I thought I was going to get less, to be fair, Snail. That's what I mean. Like I said, as soon as I captained Mbemo and we didn't do well, I didn't even bother checking. I knew it was going to be bad. You should start captaining, vice captaining opposition players so that our players win the game. Forget about FPL. Captaining and vice captaining opposition players so that our players win game. Forget about it. I only captained Mbemo this week, dude, because I thought of the momentum, Shaunak. He's in my team, but I've not actually captained him outside of the last week. Yeah. 45 hours, one Salah finally breaks the deadlock. He's free now. He's free of the tension. Then Ryan Gravenberch goes there to put the nail in the coffin. It was edgy. The fact that they went into extra time nil-nil, there was a lot of pressure on Liverpool to get out of this, and of course, Unai Emery, being the nice guy that he is, decide to do them a solid. As you can see here, 53-47, 1.19 xg. The shots we will look down here. Again, Liverpool did have control over the game. To be fair to them, as you can see here, between all the xg and non-xg stats, 16 to 10, 7 to 6 off target, 4 to 3 on. They won 2-0. They had 4 shots on target out of 16. That's not really great, to be fair. Liverpool should definitely be way more clinical. Yeah, they scored 2 goals in 4 shots on target out of 16 is not great. 5 block shots. The goalkeeper had to do some work. I don't know what Emi Martinez was thinking about during that goal, but it is what it is. Emi Martinez is another one that has the bozo gene in him, as we saw last season in the last game of the season where he got sent off. A lot of people thought he was gonna, leave. Ryan Gravenberch, man of the match. Ryan Gravenberch has been good outside of Zoboslai, I would say. In most games, he has been solid. Yeah, so shout out to him. Man City, Bournemouth, of course, we did yesterday. We don't need to talk about that. But Haaland brace and Adams pulled one back. It was 1-1. Then Haaland scored again. And then O'Reilly went underneath the keeper. It was a good shot, but it went through traffic and went under the keeper. Can I say something, though? When Haaland breaks through, right, when he goes through the back, w- uh, people should just stop running. To be fair, O'Reilly should have had two because even he broke free and there was like a almost goal line clearance. To be fair, he would have had two as well, O'Reilly. But when Haaland breaks through, I don't even see why people run. Like they should just give up. The only annoying thing was Petrovic was diving too early, man. He was diving too early. That was the issue. Um, 3-1, 3-1. And the last game, because we have to talk about it. We will. Because your chat makes this monotonous streams live so lively. So please continue. Rhythm also love these funny banters. Of course. We are double Chelsea defenders or James because removing Dan Burn and have money. I mean, Chalaba? Chalaba has been among the goals. See, it depends on fitness, man. Reece James is always going to be a fitness issue. I don't know if I would double defend Chelsea though. I don't know if I'd do that, to be honest. See you time to eat something. Yeah, we are about to set up. We are about to stop as well, Vishal. But thank you for joining in. Of course, we'll see you for the watch along if you're joining. Yes. You wanted Emmy. Be careful what you wish for, bro. I didn't even want to Nana. I didn't even want to Nana. I'll leave it at that. Um, Ryan's, yeah. Alicia Lehman should have taken care of Douglas Luiz a day before the match. I don't think they're together anymore, Ryan. At least someone told me that. I don't know. Aston Villa really horrible, man. How can you play so average when they have won so many games? Bro, they've won 5 games in a row, lost to Go Ahead Eagles, beats Man City, and then lose to Liverpool. Thank you, David James. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Good luck for tomorrow's game if you're not joining the stream. Having Ryan goalkeeper always, he's most likely to have a clean sheet. He is Jugal, but I never ever feel comfortable using premium goalkeepers. I don't know why. I've never done it though. Gabriel James, Truffert, Gehi, Burn. That's a good defense. Newcastle are conceding every game. I want temporary replacements till Livramento comes back. Suggestion. So you want Burn gone? I would get Alderete. Get Alderete. I'd get Mukiele. Mukiele is who I'm currently using. Don't remember how much Dan Burn's on, but you don't need to have 5 defenders, dude. Just get starters. Get Steve, man. Get my man Steve. Second highest scorer for City. Didn't they bigger? Yeah, even I thought that. Just about how can you just gift a goal out of conference Liverpool? I mean, dude, to be fair, they were in charge. They were possibly going to get better European Championship, Champions League football, and they kind of gifted us a goal and a red card, and then now they're enjoying Europa. See a man of culture. Oh no, she fell contract because of his. Ooh. I'm pretty sure they aren't together, but I could be wrong. But now the Nuno arc, people, the Nuno arc. Is he back? Is Nuno back? He's ironically above Nottingham Forest, which is hilarious if you know the backstory of the season. Still in the relegation zone, sadly, but he's got 3 more points. Forest only got 1. Paqueta, Botman, Suchek to finish the game off. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we were watching the City game while this was going on. Let me just correct myself. Yes, we were watching the City game when it went on, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was that. No, 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 no. It was the later game. Sorry, it was the game before. It was the game before, yeah. So Nuno on the board. Paqueta, who might be looking to leave. Botman, who scored an own goal, and Suchek, who's still there after Rice has left him. Is Nuno back, guys? And Newcastle, since we're done with this, we can look at the standings now. We don't need to. This was the last game. As you can see here, Newcastle said there was only one United, guys. Newcastle is currently 13th, and they are about 5 points behind another United team. Let's just leave it at that for the sake of banter. As you can see here, 3 losses, 2 wins. Yes. Alternating wins and losses at the moment is Newcastle. -1 goal difference, guys. It's tough. It's tough in these streets. But man, this game today, bro, if Chelsea win, I mean, if Sunderland win today, 18, 19, 20, that's where they're going to be. They're going to be up here. Plus, they have 4 goal difference. They're going to beat some people on goal difference as well. They have only scored 11 goals. How crazy is that? 11 goals, and they're 7th place. They scored 11 goals in 9 games, guys. That is crazy. But yeah, could we get Paqueta? Apparently, he's wanting to go. Who knows? Who knows where this is going to land? But today, Sunderland will be playing Everton. Everton are currently 15th. If Everton somehow win, the highest they can go is 12th, 1 point behind Aston Villa. Everton are also struggling at the new Hills Dickinson Stadium, I believe it's called. So yeah, there you have that. That was the Premier League table. Did we get any kind of news? Yeah. So some agents. Atmosphere is the electric act. Yeah, you were there. You were there, Snail. We were watching it after the City game. We watched, I think, the last 7 overs, 7, 8 overs. Yeah, we just once City scored 3 goals, we just shifted. But yeah, that own goal was crazy. West Ham definitely surviving the season. Forest still not fully sure. I still think it's premature, dude. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to give them a few more games for sure. How crazy is it? Sean Dyche beat Porto at 19th place in the league. And people will tell you there is no difference in the quality of the league. 19th place Nottingham Forest beat Porto. 2-0. 19th place, guys. People will tell you that the difference is height. Where are they? Guys, Porto are 3 points ahead of Sporting. They are top of the table. And they lost to 19th place, Nottingham Forest. If you do not think the quality is a big difference, I don't know what to tell you guys. And just in case people think I'm just overdoing it, total shots 8 Nottingham Forest, 9 Porto. Nottingham Forest got 2 penalties, 3 shots on target. They won 2-0. 91% pass accuracy from a Sean Dyche team. 55 passes more than Nottingham Forest. That's it. Possession was 50-50. Yeah. Apparently, there's no difference. It's all the same thing, guys. It's all the same thing, guys. It's all the same thing. I think he could, Raz Hatka. I think he could. Pool is getting cooked 6-2. Waiting for Livermento because when he will be back, Newcastle will stabilize and he'll almost be just 4.5 for that price. Is going to be feast. Think of Forest or Everton defender. Forest, I mean, they are expensive right now, man. If Savona is locked on, I'd go with Savona for now on. Milinkovic and Murillo, it's too late to get into them now. It's way too much money now. We do want Forest to get relegated to drop the price of Elliot Anderson. Well, that's assuming there is a relegation clause, Jugal. Remember that. 7 place United defeating per place Atletico Bilbao. We'll move on from that one. Not getting relegated because of Sean Dyche and his utter woke nonsense tactics. All right, guys, I will take your leave. We went just over an hour, which is perfect. Nathan, thoughts on Nico Paz? Do you watch him? I don't, but I know he's tearing it up at Como. They drew with Napoli 0-0, right? Because obviously we're keeping an eye on McSaucy boy. Hello, Baba. It's been a while. I saw you and Aryan on Animation's channel today having a chat. Baba does not enjoy coming on the channel because he doesn't want to hear utter woke nonsense about Dallo. I'm joking, by the way, Baba. Nice to see you. You're just about to get done. Just about wrapping it up. You were Baba. If you remember one thing, please. I know you are a regular on the channel. Remember one thing. Monday afternoon stream schedule is there. If If you don't get notifications, remember that. Stream schedule's there if you want to know what we are doing for this week. Harry Dino with an assist. How's our boys doing in the championship? This week was tough, man. This week was tough. I can't lie. First of all, Wrexham is above Swansea, so you know who I'm going to bother with that. They beat Coventry. Wrexham. They made a comeback. Coventry hasn't lost. They lost their first game in the championship. Frank Lampard's team's flying. Vitek had a bad game, man. I think they lost like 6-2 or 5-2 or something like that. Bristol City had a bad game. All the contenders had a very bad game week. Um, Harry Amas played. No, Sheffield Wednesday played West Brom, but as you know, Collier got an assist and he got injured straight after that assist. He has not played since, unfortunately. But Harry Amas had a good game. I believe the game ended in a draw. So that's Vitek. That's Collier. Who else am I missing? Vitek, Collier, Amas. I call those three. Napoli drew, so that's McSauce's game. Fiorentina unfortunately lost. I think they lost 3-0. Fiorentina slightly struggling now at the moment. Is that everyone? Yes, that is everyone. That is everyone. Coventry, yes, comeback by Wrexham. 3-2. First loss for Frank. See, you were working, so missed it, but we'll watch it. No problem, Baba. But remember one thing. Please, please, please remember the stream schedule comes out on Monday. Yeah. Sorry, Vishal. I was answering your question. Yeah, he's apparently doing really, really well. Goals, assists. Apparently, Real Madrid are looking to buy him back. Let's see what happens. Top three players center back right now in PL for me. Yeah, Vishal, but in a three center back formation, you need all of them to kind of be good. Otherwise, we will suffer. I love Dallo only if he's cheerleading from the bench when we score goals. Like I said, Baba, we have no one else, man. We have no one else. It's tough. I feel bad for him. I don't think he'd be getting anywhere the amount of hate he gets if we had better options, but we sadly don't. That is life, sadly. Dallo's at Pusam and Pep's prison. Pep is prison for a year. God, Ryan, really. But yeah. Anyway, guys. Licha straight against Spurs. Let's go. Yeah, he's not gonna play, Baba. He's not gonna play. I told everyone he's gonna come back after the November break. They're not gonna risk him. I also don't think it's smart. Now, if we are struggling, I would play him at some point of the game, but I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't start him. It's too much of a risk. He's had 2 weeks of physical on grass training with players. Just 2 weeks after being out for what, 5, 6, 7, what was it, a year? Over a year now it's going to be, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it over a year? However long it's been, 9 months, whatever. Give him a couple more weeks of rehab, man. It's a matter of one more game. We can do with him for one more game. Do you take a draw against Spurs? I want to say no, Baba, but if we get a draw or a win after losing to them 4 times last season, I'll take it. I want to say no, though. I think we should win. I think we need to really just, the mentality shift has to start now. Because I agree with Amarim. Last year, what happened against Forest, we would have ended up losing. But we fought back to bring a draw. Ahmad almost stole it at the end if Morelos' giant block ass wasn't blocking the goal. Um, Yeah, we almost had a hit and run, which was sad because in the first half we were leading comfortably, and then 3 minutes of Dallo, Yoro, and Delic just switching off completely, almost destroyed us. But then Ahmad with a worldie scored, and then we didn't have momentum, but we were hoping we would get something out of the game, and we did. And I think the boys have to be credited for that. Now, if we fight back from behind, we win, we draw. This is showing slow, small increments of improvement in the mentality. And I think that's what we need. That's what we need right now. And I see our midfield, I melt down. Jude, Chua, Kama, the Fede keeper. Yeah. Yeah. I would also melt down Vishal and I'd be very comfortable. Please, Dallo, leave football before football leaves you. Spurs should be a win to be in the fight for top four. Yeah. You never said your thoughts on Ange. Do you think Ange should have got more time? No, man. Sack Ange, bro. What nonsense is this? He just he cannot no. Yeah, with a team that almost qualified for Champions League, you cannot take losses. I'm sorry, you just can't. This he cannot continue his Spurs form into this. Marinakis was wrong to sack Nuno. He should have never ever even got Ange. Let's get Fabo Ornstein, link Anderson with her, and then see if it affects him like Baleba. To be fair, Baba, we played Wharton and it didn't affect him. Wharton had Liverpool links and he didn't go. Didn't affect him, did it? Put that Paraguay in a left wing back. He's playing for the under 21s right now, Ryan. He's doing well. He's only 17 years old, Ryan. If you bring him in too early, it might affect him as well. As good as Euro is, he switches off too often. Dallo is not the only guy. He's not Baba, but you and I both know exactly who's people going to blame. So it's a waste. It's a waste trying to explain that. It's a waste of time. Because you and I see whatever you think about Dallo, we all know even if he's going to get blamed. So it's no point. You see Eric Ten Hag versus Chelsea in this week. Well, he's not got the. He's one of a couple of managers who are linked, right? Mystic. If I'm not mistaken, there is Gary O'Neill and somebody else even, right? So let's see. I don't this week. I don't think so. It's already maybe. Excuse me. Manifesting a last hat trick and an elf for Skamesk. And just the biggest overrated person thing or whatever I've seen. It's him and Russell Martin, dude. Russell Martin is a big fraud, dude. He couldn't even secure his Rangers job, dude. A job where Ange won a treble and Steven Gerrard won the league. He couldn't even last 3 months at the Rangers job, and he famously said Tyler Dibling's left foot is worth 50 million. I was like, get out, dude. Get out, fraud. 4 months in the Premier League, 3 months in the Scottish League, bro. Absolute fraud. Chelsea games are boring AF. I mean, still, they are getting wins though, Vivek. We would take that. Hello, Satvik. It has been a while. What's up? If you want to stay tuned, Satvik, because we're just heading off now. We've been live for over 1.5, almost 1.5 hours. The stream schedules on the community post. If you're free, do join in. Madrid Liverpool watch along. Feel free to come in and say hi, and we'll hang out then. But yes, it has been a while. Hopefully, all good, and hopefully you enjoyed a good holiday season. I'm hearing Tara Haram at Wolves. How is he still getting job offers beyond man? Bro, have you seen Wolves, Baba? Have you seen Wolves? Have you seen Wolves? You might, if you did 5 years of coaching, you'd get the job. You'd be in line for the job. Wolves are horrendous this year. Like, yeah, I'll leave it at that. As a neutral watcher, what's your take on this week's Bayern? I'm giving Bayern and Real Madrid. Any key battles looking forward to? I am looking forward to seeing how Bayern play because I don't watch any Bundesliga, Charles, if I'm being very frank. And I'm looking forward to watching my boy Carreras rip it up against Liverpool. Carreras versus Salah. That's what I'm looking forward to specifically. Still playing Ultimate Team? I am. I mean, I got pushed a few divisions back, but I was at Division 4 before the season ended. Madrid versus Liverpool, Bayern, PSG, same timing. Come on, man. Yeah, and you know what's worse than that? You know, want to hear what's worse than that, Vivek? The next day, all they got is Man City, Dortmund. That's the best game for the next day. I don't know who made this plan. It's so terrible. There's no good games the next day. You might as well not even watch Champions League the next day. Newcastle, West Ham, thoughts Nuno finally stabilizing. Do you see them survive? I do see them surviving. But it's not like they're going to finish 10th, Mystic. I think Nuno's going to need new players, but I don't know. He has to. He has. It seems like they're stabilizing. We have to see. Next week they might get hammered again. So let's see. Let's give it a couple more weeks. Slots getting sacked after Madrid match. Mark this to 6-2 Madrid. 6-2. Looking forward to our boy Carreras play and rub salt on our wounds. I mean, listen, man. It's not on my wounds because I called it when he was still before he got sent to Benfica. But yeah, some people are going to be frustrated. What frustrated me was people defending Ten Hag, going maybe Ten Hag doesn't think he's ready. He would know his players better, and for some reason Ten Hag thinks Malacia was better than Carreras, who can't get a loan to Elche and Kairispor. His loans fell out for two separate clubs in two separate countries. His loans fell out for. Come here we go, Nathan supporting. I mean, listen, man. Of course, I don't want Trent to do well for obvious reasons, but everybody else, I'm here for it. I'm at 7. Will start playing today. Grind. Yeah, you got to grind for Friday, right? You have to start. I think benching all players versus Palace midweek helps Slot get the W versus Villa. Mistake. On Lala's channel, I told him three things. One is don't play Zoboslai at right back. Three is pick Gravenberch, Zoboslai, and McAllister. And Ishan told me out of, but McAllister's not doing. I'm like, it doesn't matter, man. Put your best players on the pitch. Bench Words and see what you can do. And you know what? They won. Fair enough. Can we scam them Xerxes for 40 million? I think Xerxes might want to actually go to Italy, dude. I don't think Xerxes wants to go to West Ham. Who do you hate more, ETH or Onana? ETH because he got Onana. My God, that was an easy one. I don't think we'll see Lacey this season. Menu and Zerks not getting money. I'm supposed to believe Lacey will. In fairness, Baba, he did say he was going to get minutes in the season. They never really said anything about him being a mainstay. So I can see him possibly getting a game against, get some, hopefully, Grimsby Town-esque kind of game in the FA Cup. I know we lost to Grimsby. I'm aware of that. But I have a feeling maybe in one of those games he might get some game time. Or I don't want to surprise anyone. He might be needed during the AFCON, possibly. What an answer. United will ever be great as they were in the Ferguson era. Can't really read your name, unfortunately, but um, I think it's an anomaly, not safe for work. As successful, I don't think it's possible for any club to be that successful with just one manager for that long. Yeah. So probably no. Whoever pays money gets Xerxes. If that many clubs are interested, Everton, Ham, Roma, Milan, then in that case, he's going to Everton because Everton's got new owners. West Ham are terrible. Roma has no money, and I don't think Milan will want to buy him. They'll want a loan or something. Don't want a loan, yeah. What were we supposed to do when the AFCON stars are panicking? Okay. Really quickly telling you, Cameroon's not qualified yet. So if they don't win their games in November, they are not going. We literally saw Mazraoui for the first time this season, and he played really badly, and he almost cost us the game when he tried to run out from the back. So that's two. And three is Ahmad. Ahmad's the one I'm worried about because we are going to have to play Dallo and Dogu. That could be disastrous. Playing one of them's possible. Playing both of them is a problem. So we have to wait till see where Cameroon ends up. Otherwise, the only person we are going to miss is Ahmad. And I think if we miss Ahmad, I think Mbeumo is going to play right wing back, and we're going to use Mount and Cunha as 10. So, and Mazraoui is Mazraoui because anyway we're going to get Lisandro Martinez back. So, what we should be worried about is Ahmad. There you go, Baba. No need to panic anymore. We'll be watching the Champions League game in split stream. Nice. Bracket also. Bro, I packed Diani. Now I'm getting a hold of Ultimate Team. Yeah, it takes time, but you have to start from the beginning. That's the key. Otherwise, you always are going to be trailing. Paid 45 million for Nkunku and didn't pay Hoyland. Let's see how many goals will be Hoyland when Nkunku gets a start. Let's see. Anyway, guys, I am off. Take care. Good night. I will see you for the Liverpool Madrid game. Maybe we'll do a little PSG Bayern on the side as well. Take care. Thank you for joining. I'll see you in the next one. And until then, have a nice day or a night, depending on where you are. Take care, guys. Good night.